And now, if we look up into the distance, you can see emerging from the fog the bottom southeast province of Dekori, or Auradon, as Twilight Princess says it is. Wow, that wall is bigger than I remember. But yeah, so this is where the demo will take place, just in this province. Yeah, a little fish shack over there. Yeah, this all took pretty long. I made my own tree template, and I hand placed every single half slab you see here. Yeah, that was like a straight 2 weeks or so. Oh, and there's the spawning mechanics. Sorry about the noise, guys. I just noticed that the footage captures that pretty loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, so there's some Octoroks in there. We got apples that actually grow in the tree. Like I mentioned earlier, they're not working. I think that has something to do with the I got the time froze right now. I don't know if that's what's affecting it or not. But they are actually cocoa beans. And I retextured them and made them drop apples instead. Which is pretty cool. Let's get into the beginning town. This is Auradon. In Twilight Princess it's called Ordon, but I'm gonna change the name, give it some originality. I used to actually just call it Auradon all the time, with an extra vowel in there. Anyhow, this is Link's house, the starting house that you begin in. I actually have no interiors built yet, and these aren't actually doors either. They are 3D models to look like doors. The idea is that you would teleport when you got too close to a door. And that's what all of these are. You can see there's like some clipping. These are my 3D models for houses. Makes it to where I can probably spit out a full-size house in just a few minutes, which I really like. Here's the water wheel in use. Yeah, when the model, the entity is actually out of sight, it clips. Here's my buckets from my Dark Souls project. I ended up just not doing that. And I imported them in here so they wouldn't go to waste. Well, hopefully they still don't go to waste, that is. Yeah, cool little area. Got the Ordon goat symbol on all the flags and whatnot. Over here we can actually see some of the goats in use. Now, they are actually zombies, so if I switch, they won't hurt me. Slash game mode. Oh, I can spell, I swear. Yeah, I'll just do this in survival. So if I get close enough to them, they will begin to follow me. And this is like a mini side quest where you actually have to herd all of the goats in. Yeah. So that's that. Now, this is the land of Hyrule. You know what? These clouds should not be on. We're setting these clouds off. So yes, this is the land of Hyrule. It is freaking huge. This is what was in the Games Award footage. Still think the audio might be too loud. Now let's just do this. So in the Game Awards footage, oh, not F3, my bad, F5. Game Awards footage, you've seen Link running up here, up onto this hill, past this giant tower, and then looking out over the land. And this is where Eiji Aonuma and Shigeru Miyamoto were like, oh, look at that mysterious tower off in the distance. Way out there. We could even travel out there if we wanted to. And then we got to see the return of the sailcloth. And then they flew off over to this. It's so derpy. Yeah. Got my custom rock models and stuff. This is where you first see Epona in the Game Awards footage. There's like a torch sitting here. I basically studied the Game Awards map reveal and compared it to all the areas that I was seeing, and I was able to sculpt out a good estimate of what Zelda Wii U would be like. Now I do know that the mountains and stuff are different heights, but I'm guessing that my interpretation is like a third the size of the real thing, and this is still pretty big. There's a lot of adventure to go down here. You might see some stuff off in the distance that you might want to explore. And it's just pretty awesome. Like, there's caves and stuff. Like I said, no interiors, but all this stuff. Occasionally there will be guards sitting here waiting for me. Maybe they'll... Nah. Nope. Some other familiar areas that people may recognize is this spot. So if you've seen the original E3 footage, you'll see a link on Epona running through here with the giant Beamos monster, which I do in fact have. I do have it put in the map, and you can see the giant Beamos monster thing fighting Link here, and you can see the time shift arrows for the first time. Up here, I went ahead and made like a spring with some ruins around it. I didn't get to show my mushrooms yet. These actually change in hue from orange to red, which is pretty cool. Same thing with the water, it changes from clear to blue. We got some more dark caves. Yeah, I'll fly through here real quick, just to give a good idea. It's really dark, I'm sorry about that. And then we come out over here. This is like the Farron woods side of the province. I'm actually going to call this the Dark Woods, kind of a homage to the Lost Woods. This is where I imagine I might make like a Deku Scrub village, non-hostile Deku Scrubs. And yeah, it's like an enchanted forest in here, which is really cool. Up that way was what I'm going to call the Ancient Deku Tree. He is no longer a living spirit, the Great Deku Tree. He's just kind of like this giant thing. There's theories in Twilight Princess that the first dungeon is actually the Great Deku Tree as well, and that's kind of my inspiration for that. More cool enchanted areas in here. Yeah, and then up here we've got a dungeon. Unfortunately, I have not made a way to enter them yet. I haven't even done any of the interiors. I think I mentioned that. Let's go to some familiar stuff. Over here, you can maybe recognize some Games Award footage, where Link is riding in some plain-esque area with some trees scattered about. The spawning system is still broken, and I already mentioned that that's one of the frustrating things that kind of sent me over the tipping point. If we go to spectator mode, you can see what I mean by the spawning thing. See these armor stands? These are spawners for enemies, yet enemies will most likely not spawn because for whatever reason things are broken, and I probably need someone to proofread and fix stuff for me because I'm incompetent. I don't know, maybe I'll just let whoever that person may be just keep all these assets and textures in this map and work on it. Oh, what do you know? They actually spawned, and there you can see the zombie that it actually is. Like I said, things are broken. I have no idea why he just died. I've got no idea what's going on. Well, good to know things are kind of working. And this is where we get to another familiar part of the original E3 demo. Or, not demo, trailer. So you see off into the fields and you got the farmers, and the goats are usually sitting right there. You can see the mysterious tower that was in the distance. This is actually scoped out to be the mysterious tower that Link was looking at in the Game Awards footage. We got a little house here and another house-looking barn. I just imagined it was a barn. We couldn't really see what it was, so I'm just like, oh, I'll make it a barn. And then over here, I concluded that this is like Hylia doing some cool mapping out the Games Award footage of the in-game map. Yeah, over there would normally be the Hylian Bridge, the Bridge of Hylia. Forgot the name of it. But that isn't in the demo, actually. The demo is only on this province. And this province is defined by the water that goes around it, so... yeah, that's all that's in this. You can see that there's all the half slabs over here, and the grass is put down, whereas over there, it hasn't been edited nor touched at all yet. So let's just continue this way. Haven't finished building everything. There's some bridges that need to be done, and over here's another dungeon. Pretty cool. Over that way is Zora's Domain, and then, which is not in the demo. None of these areas are in the demo. And then over there is Kakariko Village, and beyond that is Death Mountain. That's not Death Mountain. Death Mountain's way bigger. Over here is Death Mountain, which Kakariko Village and all that, not in this demo. Okay. Alright, and over here we have just some plains area. There's some secret caves, and over here is a mysterious looking character's house and a mine or something behind it. Cool cave. Over there, like I said, that was supposed to go to Zora's Domain. And then down over here is a little secret cavern. You can see more apples, and then this will eventually wrap around all the way to Ordon Village. We've got some little parkour areas scattered about in here, and more caves and dungeons and stuff. Just fun to explore. And yeah, so this is quite a big adventure, pretty big open world for everyone to explore. Secrets scattered about. Hopefully people would be interested in this project still. I know E3 is right around the corner, and that being said, a lot of people may not find this interesting because the continuity between the real game and this just won't meet up. People think, hey, this isn't good enough anymore because it's not enough like what we've seen in the old trailers or what we've seen at E3. Anyhow, that's it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you do want me to keep working on this project and all that, just let me know. All the support for this that I can get would rock. It'll help encourage me to keep working on this project, because as of right now I'm feeling not so confident about people wanting me to complete this. So leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you'd like to keep posted with it. Also follow me on Twitter. I share some new screenshots and whatnot of this quite oftenly. Catch you guys later.